welcome everybody. Hey, before we get started, I forget to mention this, but check out the Discord. It's just I just opened it up for everyone who wants to, get together and learn how to day trade with a community of other traders. Because it's in a day-to-day life you don't really run across many. So I figure I'll make a community for us all to get together. We share tips. I'll show you. I mean, I'm 14 years in the game. I could show you some things there. Um, yeah, so check out the description and join the Discord. Also, make sure you like this video, like and subscribe if you haven't already, to get more of this content. So, anywho, welcome guys. So we're gonna oh yeah, I want to show you just as we talked about last week. I told you about the markets. Everybody was kind of doom and glooming when it dropped a little bit midweek. I told you don't be afraid. Don't be don't be fearful, because that's the time to buy. And it only went 4%. If you look here, 4% down, and it made it look like if you just zoom in and you just look at just this, you'll just say, "Oh, the sky's falling." But in reality, it bounced clearly off of the 50 moving average, showing that it's clearly strong here. And so we have that. Also, this week, guys, remember, guys, girls, and young ladies, um, remember we have Veterans Day tomorrow. So the market is open. The bond market is closed. The stock market is open, but also your trades don't settle until, because it's a bank holiday. So the banks are closed. So your trades won't settle. So whatever trading you did today, whatever money you had used there, won't be settled until Wednesday. So I just want to make that clear. A lot of people get confused about these holidays, but the stock market is open tomorrow. It is open. You can trade with whatever available funds that you have. All right. Now that that's out of the way, so yeah, this week, as far as news, we got it's a pretty quiet week. So Thursday is the big day though. You got core CPI at 8:30 a.m. You got CPI and core CPI. Also, initial jobless claims is on Thursday as well at 8:30. So keep an eye on that. Otherwise, it's a pretty laid back week. But you know what's the big talk right now is this government shutdown deal. So yeah, they're talking about ending it. So remember what I told you, and look what happened today with just with that positive that bit of positivity with that, saying that they're likely to open this week. Yes, look what it did here. Huge gap. If you go back and look at my last video, I said to a T, I said once that news comes out of the government opening back up, which you know it will, it's just a matter of when, not if, the market was going to react positively for it from it. So that was actually, when you see these dips, that was a good chance to get in for a swing. Pending news. You didn't know what day the news was going to come, but you knew it was going to come, right? All right, so you got a 30-year bond auction at 1 p.m. on Thursday. That's something to keep an eye on. Also, let's get into the charts here. All right, so from a technical standpoint, I'm a day trader by heart, so I'm a day trader by trade. So, I like to break things down a little bit. But I'll do it real quick though. I'm not gonna be on it all day. Let's make it quick, guys. I know you guys got things to do, and such as I. But yeah. So what we have here, we got price. You still got higher lows at this moment, and I'm putting this trend line here not to be used as a trend line, but to show you that there are higher lows right now, and it's working its way up. All right. So what I would be watching here is obviously the 685 level. Um, for if it pushes above that, look for all-time highs for sure. There's nothing in the way other than this 685 level, which is not even a major level. Um, for a downside move, what I'll be looking at is if price gets and holds under this level here, right? So basically, if it gets under like the 786, 675, 670, 675 area, 676, 675, guys. I'm sorry. I would look for a little move down, but it's moving strong right now. So that's just a little quick. And let's look at the Qs. Q real quick. Yeah, I said let me check in. I like to check in, and let you guys know what's going on with the market and how you can tackle it. You know what I mean? How you can make some money on this thing. So, yeah, the same thing here. Nice big gap and go, gap and go. The only thing is the volume is not as prevalent as you want on a gap. Usually with a gap, you want this to be flip flop. You want this to be the lower one, then the gap day to be a little bit larger because a lot more participants are excited about whatever the news catalyst was. So that's something to look at, but it's still not. But remember now we're in a major uptrend, so the sentiment is always bullish at the moment until something major changes that. All right, so anytime you're looking at puts or something like that, only look for short term. That's a key. That's another tip that a lot of newcomers don't realize. If you're in a strong bull market, if you're gonna take sales and puts, you need to scalp them. Don't be taking puts and then holding on to them like you're in a straight up bear market. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of bears get trapped. A stock will go down a little bit, it'll go down, a dollar or something, and then it shoots back up. But then you're like, well, why did it trap me? Well, if you zoom out, you'll see why. We're in a major uptrend. Okay. All right, let's go to so Instacart had earnings today. They crushed it, absolutely crushed it. EPS 51 cents a share, earnings per share of 51 cent. And the sales beat revenue is at 939 million versus 934 estimate. So people are using those Instacart. I don't know who's here listening, but it's probably you. You're probably one of the users too. I ain't gonna lie, I use it too. They come in handy big time. Instacart, you order your grocery, you don't even have to hit the store anymore. That's prestige. I call that luxury there, man. You don't even while you're out doing other things, you got somebody shopping for you. And shout out to the Instacart shoppers. We thank you for your service. Thank you for taking that hour and a half out your day to go and shop. It depends on how many items it is, but to go shop these whole shopping carts worth of orders and bringing them to us. So we thank you for that. And for us that orders it, oh man, it's a godsend. It's a godsend. Late night, some late nights, you're like, man, I would like something from Target or Walmart or wherever you shop, or even Wawa, something like that. I don't know if you guys have a Wawa, but man, those that Wawa be hitting down here. Wawa is hitting. You get the hot food. You know what I mean? Get you a sub or hoagie or whatever. Late night, you're like, okay, I don't want to take off and go. Let me go ahead and have Uber Eats or Instacart bring it for me. Oh man, that they came up with something when they came up with that. So anywho, let's look at the chart real quick. All right, so I mean they are beating. The revenue is rising, so this is definitely a company you would definitely want to look at long term. To zoom out, it did pull back 35%, nearly 35% from its highs, and it's kind of basing right here. If you look, this is a weekly chart now. It's kind of basing around this $35 level. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. This $35 level. Anything near that, I definitely would look to enter because you have minimal risk because you know that if it does break it, um, it's time to get out. So if you get in anywhere near this, you're doing good. You got all of this support to back you up. All of this support, and these are weekly. Look at the wicks. You know, and then before it became a support, it was a resistance back here. So definitely a good area to get in. Next up is You have eToro. They beat. So that's what that. What is that telling you? You got more traders, more people investing, more traders. All right, eToro. So yeah, this sucker dropped big time though, like almost 60%. So that's definitely something to keep, and that's even with revenue. So you definitely want to. It's something to take a little starter in, and I wouldn't go all in with this one until it proves itself, till it can reclaim that 50 moving average and hold it. It had to prove itself, but it definitely has big volume today in relative volume. 400 over 400% of its relative volume. So some eyes are definitely on that one. All right, then we got CoreWeave, and then that's after the bell. CoreWeave, that's a big talk. That's big talk around that. With NVIDIA, AMD, and NVIDIA purchased a good portion of CoreWeave, so that definitely sparked some interest here. And then Tuesday you got Oklo, and Thursday Disney. That pretty much rounds out the week. So all right, guys, I just want to check in. So CoreWeave is about to report in a minute here, but I got to get going. Just want to stop in and show you. But yeah, again, if you're liking the content, go ahead and hit the like button for me, please. Show your support, and that way I know that you're getting something out of this. And then two, join the Discord. Discord, I got it in the. I'm gonna have it in the description and the book if you want to learn how to day trade. Yeah, I mean, you may have been trying this thing for a while. I've been doing this thing 14 years, so I'm on another level with it. But if you want to learn it and learn how to be successful at it, get the book. I got a book. It's on Amazon. Get it out of the